What is up? We are finally back for another Analytics Friday. Took a couple weeks off, had to go to a conference, and I've been cooking up something really amazing that I'm super excited to share with everyone. Um, but before we get into that, I do want to remind you that we are talking about Google Analytics for navigation today. Um, I'm not sure if you all saw this, but last week, Google announced that Universal Analytics will be sunsetting July of 2023. So we've got a little bit of time to get everything together here, but we don't have a ton of time. And as you all should know by now, Google does not bring over any Universal Analytics data into your GA4 account. So you need to start collecting that data as soon as possible. But again, today we are talking about Google Analytics for navigation. Specifically, we are talking about, oops, here we go. We're talking about this right here. This is the navigation right here. And it looks a lot different than Universal Analytics looked. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it today because that's one of the things that I'm hearing a lot is people are just like, I don't know where anything is in Google Analytics for. I can't find it. But the good news is all that is customizable. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, without further ado, before we get too far into this, I do want to announce that the Google Analytics 4 course is open for pre-sale. I will start, it will be open. All of the content will be available next Wednesday, but the pre-sale is starting today. If you want to get the course for a discounted price, where it's only it's 25% off, you can go to forward slash hold on, I'm putting it, I didn't of course, let me make sure this is correct. But yes, you can buy it now for 25% off right here. Boom, put it in the chat. Google beastanalyticsco.com/GA4 hyphen course. And if you sign up today, you will get access to all of that content starting next Wednesday. So, all right, here we go. Google Analytics for navigation. Let's do it. So as you will see, let's go ahead and compare. I wonder if this is gonna, yeah, sweet, it'll show you. Okay, so I'm gonna change over to this. We're gonna compare the navigation for both Universal and GA4 really quickly. So in Universal, which I think, okay, yeah, I do still have running. You can see that we have the audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversions tabs in the navigation. However, when we look at GA4, don't know why this is here. When we look at GA4, the navigation is completely different. We're looking at well, first of all, we have two navigations. So we have primary navigation, and then we have secondary navigation, which is within the reports. And this is what we're going to be customizing today. So in the reports navigation, we have kind of this life cycle section, which has acquisition, engagement, and monetization and retention. And then we have user, which is kind of like a sub navigation, right? For demographics and technology. And yeah, so it looks very different, and the views that are available are also very different. So what you need to know about navigation as it pertains to Google Analytics 4 is there are kind of three sections of navigation in this secondary navigation. You have this name, right? Because this can be expanded or closed. And this is the name of a collection. Okay, so if you think of Google Analytics 4, it's kind of like a library, right? So you have in the library, you know that you can find the book that you're looking for if you go to, like, maybe let's say the non-section or nonfiction section, and then you use the last name of the author to find the book, right? Or maybe you're using Dewey Decimal System, whatever that is. So this is the name essentially of the library that you are going to. And then you have the topics, which are kind of like, maybe the nonfiction type deal. And then you have the specific report, which is kind of like the specific book that you're looking for, right? So this is the name of a collection. So it's like a dark gray, and it's a little bit less bolded than the name of the topics. So acquisition is a topic in Google Analytics 4. All this is going to make sense when we get into the actual customization of things. So when we come in here, we have the topic of acquisition. And then we get to the actual reports. So these are the things that I can actually click on, and it's going to take me to data, right? Now, in every topic, in theory, you will have an overview report, which is kind of just a summary of all the reports that are in there. And you will have detailed reports. So this is a very specific report about very specific dimensions and metrics, right? Now, in order to customize all of this pretty easily, we are going to go to the library. And this is where we will find our collections. So these are the collections. You can create a brand new collection, but you'll see right here the life cycle collection. So remember the name of the collection, that's the name of this kind of like drop down right here. And this is the life cycle collection. If we select edit, we will see all of the topics. So the acquisition topic, engagement topic, monetization, and retention. And then we see all of the different reports. Now, maybe, so for instance, let's just talk about Search Console. By default, once you connect Search Console in Google Analytics 4, all of those reports are accessible in Google Analytics 4. However, they're not added to your navigation. So you'll notice that, let's see if we can find something. So here, when we look at the reports, acquisition, oh, I added it here too. Hold on, I have to find someone who hasn't added it. Okay, so all the reports live in the navigation. You don't see it in here unless you add those reports into acquisition. You see it in Universal under acquisition, but you don't see it in GA4. So all you have to do is find, so the detailed reports are the more specific reports that give you data. So I can grab this organic search traffic and I can toss it into this acquisition report just by grabbing, like, selecting and dragging. Let's see, we can also put the queries report in here. We can put, yeah, okay, so those are all of those reports. The overview reports are also in here. You have retention, tech, acquisition, whatever. These, by default, you'll only see the reports that Google has created for you in here. So I've added those queries in here. And I added the search traffic. Now, something important to note is that this lifecycle template is owned by Google. And so anytime Google makes an adjustment to the master template, because it's linked, it's going to make those changes to your reports. And this can be both helpful and harmful. So if you're cool with that, you just keep it linked. If you don't want it to do that, you can unlink it, and now you actually have access to make changes to this and then always stay that way. I'm going to go back. I'm going to discard my changes. Don't want to save them. And I want to show you. So I created, those are your collections, right? I created a collection. I kind of come in here and edit it that mimics the navigation of Universal Analytics. So again, we see in Universal, we had audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversions. Well, I created an audience topic. So now we're talking about topics here. created an audience topic, and all I have to do to change that is tap on it. So I created an audience topic, added my audience overview in here, demographic details and tech details. I have acquisition, and so I added all my acquisition info in here that I care about. Behavior, which is pages, events, and then conversions, which has my conversions in e-commerce. This is essentially the same in theory, kind of, for the most part, to the navigation that we see in Universal Analytics. And again, it was just, I came in here, added the topic name, and then dragged and dropped all of the reports in there that I want to see. Now, once I save it, so I didn't make any changes to that. Once I save it though, you're not going to see it in the navigation right away. If I want this to show up in the navigation, I have to hit the 3 dots and then select publish. And once it's published, it actually shows up in this left-hand navigation. So, I mean, as long as you have, if you want something to show up in the navigation, you create your collection topic and then you put in your reports, right? Now, I'm going to unpublish this because I don't actually want it in there. And then it goes away. And all of the reports, like I said, are kind of pre-built. Now, you can always create your own reports to go into your own collections by selecting create new report. And you can, again, there's usually an overview report that has a summary of all your reports and then a detail report. I'm going to create a detail report. If I start from blank here, I get access to add any dimensions that I want. So let's do like search term. We'll do page location. And then maybe we'll do I don't know. Oh, I got a good idea. Let's do device category. Perfect. So those are the dimensions. Apply. I'm going to come in here and add metrics. I don't know. Let's do new users, page views. See how custom everything is in here. Engagement time, engage sessions per user, event count per user. Let's see. We'll do users. We're going to actually pull this back up here. New users. And if I want to sort by users, I'm just going to click the down button up there. And then sessions. We'll do sessions. Sessions page view. Okay, perfect. Apply. And now it's going to start throwing stuff in here. So we'll see. Boom. Right here. And the dimensions I have are, oh, this is by search term. That's not going to be helpful. I'm going to do page location, set it as default, apply. Now we're going to see, here we go. These are the page locations, how people are getting to the website. Perfect. And now I can see all this information by those pages. I can come in here, change the bar chart, whatever. So I'm going to save this report as, let's see, what was the name of one of these? Because I could have recreated one of these. So site content. We'll just say content drill down. Content drill down. So if you really, 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 really want everything to look the same as Universal, all the same data isn't necessarily available, but you know, you can take the things that are available and throw them in to GA4. Okay, let me get rid of this here, go back. So we are looking for, what did I just name that? Content drill down. Perfect. We are going to put this in behavior. Content drill down. Save. Save changes to current collection. I don't want to create a new one. Go back. We'll publish this again. We'll come here, behavior, content drill down, and now here is that report all over again. See how that works? So your navigation can be as customized as you would like it to be. And this could be really helpful for people that are sending their clients into analytics. It can be helpful for new analysts. It can be helpful for analysts that are used to um, universal and just kind of need that extra help for a little bit. Now, if you want to learn how to do more of this and really get the most out of Google Analytics 4, like I said, I did open up the pre-sale for my Google Analytics 4 course. It starts next Wednesday on March 30th. You will have access to all of the content in the course starting then. There are 3 options for course purchases. One is just the do-it-yourself. You'll have access to the course for 6 months. The content is always going to be updated once a month, or if not more. There's going to be new content in there to keep up with the changes of Google Analytics 4. There are going to be live Q&As once a month on Google Analytics, or not once a month, once a quarter on Google Analytics 4. And you get all of that in the do-it-yourself. Get access for 6 months. If you do the do it together, essentially, then you also get coaching sessions. So you get 3 coaching sessions that are 45 minutes a piece. You get access to the course for 18 months. So it'll get you through the July benchmark, and you'll get access to those quarterly lives and monthly fresh content. And there's also an option for agencies, which comes with 10 coaching sessions, which are each 45 minutes, and you can lump them however you want or what have you. And it also comes with that access for 18 months. So I highly encourage you to go check it out. I would love to see you in there. We're going over stuff like this and so much more. I mean, there's over 25 modules, I think. And yeah, it's really meant for analysts of all levels. But thanks for hanging out this Analytics Friday. I will see you next Friday, and we'll be talking about Google Analytics 4 again. So if you have any specific questions about Google Analytics 4, drop it in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out this week. And don't forget, you're a beast. See you next time.